It seems like every day another big bank announces another round of big-time layoffs. But I talked to CEO David Jones, who runs CastleOak, a boutique investment bank, and he says while the big banks are laying off, he's got spots on his trading floor for top talent. Let's take a look.
We've got guys that we've hired over the last year from Goldman, Morgan Stanley, Barclays, the old Lehman, UBS.
And you're hiring the people who've been laid off from there?
We've been hiring guys who've been laid off and guys who are just looking for opportunities.
Where do you have the cash to pay these people? If they're saying the street is going to lay off 10,000 people this year, where do you have this magic money to pay?
Well, it's out of earnings. So if you're doing business, you're making money. So when our salesmen make a trade, we have a commission. There's no inventory here, and that's where a lot of the firms got hurt. They had inventory, the inventory got devalued, they can't sell it, that's where they're getting hurt.
Are you going to face layoffs here? If all the big banks are having layoffs and they're saying boutiques have their arms open to hire, are you really not going to lay anyone off this year?
Not for the same reasons. At the point where we started the firm, we needed bodies in the seats. That's what we needed. Now we're at the point where we're at anything, we're upgrading talent, and that's where if we have any layoffs, that's where it would come at a firm like CastleOak. It wouldn't be a mass layoff of 10% of our firm or anything like that.
Does anyone care about Wall Street losing jobs? I mean, we've talked about 10,000 jobs being wiped out from the street, and this country's worried about unemployment. Now, do Wall Street jobs count in this?
Of course they count. At the end of the day, this is the engine of the financial strength of the country. And 10,000 jobs is 10,000 jobs. And I think if you look at sort of our region and what that means to the impact on our region, it's going to be impactful. But again, this is where we're going to be able to pick up the talent. And at the end of the day, the jobs and the growth of our country are going to come from firms like the small firms like CastleOak.
If you were to give Barack Obama advice on his jobs plan, what would it be?
I don't really have specifics for his job plans. I just know it's going to be the smaller firms, the ones that are hiring people. You're not going to have Deutsche Bank, help our Jobs Recovery Act. You're not going to have Goldman Sachs help our Recovery Act.
But you can?
But we can, and firms like ours.
He talks about the importance of relationships in the business now, but, if you're hiring talent who are being laid off from the big banks, I'm not sure if they have the best relationships.
You worked at Credit Suisse and Deutsche Bank. How many people said, I want to go work for CastleOak Securities?
CastleOak, I have to say, is a new name for me, but the boutique trade has been popular since 2008. But, just yesterday, Bill Cohen said he thinks the boutiques are actually set up to fail. And with MF and the pressure the boutiques are under, there's going to be a lot of eyes focused.
All right, well, we'll see what happens.